Hello, and welcome to Hold the Pass, a podcast all about learning and passing on knowledge, information, and experiences in the motorsport world among friends. My name is Misha.
And my name is Fatima.
And today we have a very unique episode. One thing that both of us feel very strongly about in the world of motorsport is growth and backing the next generation of motorsport excellence. Racing is something that we're all so passionate about, and the two of us think it's important to spotlight all parts of the motorsport journey and especially give support to up-and-coming drivers. With that being said, today we are speaking to a young man who has taken the sim racing world by storm and shown incredible talent in karting at just 7 years old. Please welcome to the show Landon Batson, who is joined by his father, Dameron.
Hello.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks
Of
for joining
course.
us. We're so excited to have you both here.
Yeah, how are you guys? How has the beginning of the year been for you?
It's been really fun. It's been a whole wide world of racing. I'm just really passionate. I just love racing so much. That's why I started it.
That's good. Honestly, I love that, you found something that you really like at so young and you're able to start it. Because when I was 7, I don't know what I was doing. It wasn't racing. That's for sure. That's for sure. So how did you get into, racing? And would you be able to tell us what your favorite team is and who your favorite driver is?
My favorite driver is in Formula One. It's Lewis Hamilton, Ferrari. My dad was just watching. Brad just arrived downstairs, and I came downstairs because I was trying to get some breakfast. Then I was like, "What are you watching?" Then I sat down to watch a whole 5 episodes, and I was like, "Dad, I want to do racing."
My favorite driver is also Lewis Hamilton, so we're together on that one.
Yes, I think we're all Ferrari fans here. So
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. That's amazing. So, Landon, you've been sim racing for about 1 year now, right?
Yeah, 1 year.
That's incredible. And you recently got to try go-karting for the first time ever at the beginning of this year, right?
Yes, I tried go-karting at Victory Lane. My fastest time, my first day was a 108. It was so slow.
108 seconds.
108 seconds. So slow.
Oh my god. But can you tell us what it was like getting to be in a go-kart for the first time and actually drive?
It was actually pretty insane. I had to turn a lot. I haven't done workouts for the first time. So I was like, come on, turn.
That is so funny. I wish, maybe we should try go-karting, Misha, and see how well we do, honestly.
I think so.
Absolutely.
I think so. Okay, Landon, can you tell me, what do you like better, racing in the sim or go-kart?
Go-karting.
Yeah? Why?
Go-karting. It's just because it's more real and you can get the feel of it more. The simulator, it's good, you can get the feel, but go-karting, you can get the feel more than the simulator.
Okay. So then when we look at the simulator, what would you say is the hardest part about being a sim racer?
The pedals are really hard because I just got new pedals, so my leg hurts from using them from the throttle. So I was like, can't push the throttle.
Oh my god, it's okay. You're gonna get those muscles.
Yes, I have to get more leg muscles.
You're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Fatima, do you want to ask the next one? Sorry.
Definitely. So we know that, you prefer go-karting over sim racing, and we are aware that you did have your first go-kart race, which happened recently. Can you tell us a little bit more about how that went?
The go-kart race was a lot because I had to race against a lot of pros, people who have won championships. Got my best finish of 12th, which was pretty amazing. I loved racing at Speed Factory. It was a really fun experience.
So when you were racing against the pros, what would you say you learned from them?
I learned that You really have to stay focused, and you get more muscles if you keep going. But if you stop, like in the middle of the race, you don't get any muscles. I just like doing it because I like the competition. I like all the focus you have to put into it.
I would say he learned a lot about like blue flags. So he was like, the youngest by, at least 3 years, right? Most of the time, if not, like I think there were drivers up to 16 in his class.
Oh, wow.
But his sim racing really helped him because he was in the Foxeca League with, drivers like Mayor Dameron, who are obviously going to be, way quicker than him. So he learned how to get out the way, right? But also not lose time on your lap. And so he had to do that a lot at nationals.
Oh,
Wow.
I didn't realize there was such a big like age group when it comes to the racing. That's really intense. I mean, it's kind of cool though also because you get to race within your own age and also learn from the older ones as well too, and then that kind of helps you become a better racer as you're progressing with your, I guess, racing journey as well.
Yes. It does actually help with my sim racing too.
Yeah, it's like the only sport like LeBron James can't, give you his athletic ability, right, to go and dunk a basketball like he can, but you can watch somebody else's lines and their telemetry and learn from them.
That's true. Landon, do you look at telemetry a lot?
I do look at telemetry. I watch my replay all the time in the Toyota GRD6 to like see if I'm braking too hard, putting the throttle too hard, am I coasting too much?
That's really cool. Wow. That's really incredible. And then you also recently, I saw that you got P2 in an official sim race. You got that was incredible.
P2.
Yeah. What can you tell us what kind of race was that?
It was a Toyota.
No.
Oh.
That was a BMW.
Oh yeah, it was a BMW M2. It was pretty amazing because I thought I was like gonna get first because I was battling for first, but then I was like, man, I almost got that. But I was really happy with my performance.
Yeah, what was it like being in a race and like battling for first?
It was insane. Cause like I was trying all kinds of different moves, like switchback or like go down the inside, go around the outside. The guy was just too fast for me. He was just really fast.
You'll get him next time, that's for sure.
For sure.
Yes.
So from my understanding, you and your dad do race against each other a lot. Would you say that racing against him helps you become a better sim driver and just a better driver in general when you're on the go-karts?
Yeah, it does help because like he's 33, I'm 7. I beat him all the time.
just put it out there, man.
He said, "You are not a young buck no more."
Right.
Would you say you're a better driver than your dad?
Obviously, yes.
Yes, Landon, love that.
Okay, then what advice would you give to your dad when it comes to racing?
Take corners tighter, don't pass me around the outside.
All that, right? Everything.
Does he give you a lot of pointers, Dameron?
He does, because behind the scenes, I'm really hard on him. We know his potential, so we expect a lot. So, but like we allow that trash talk back the other way, as long as it's respectful. But he's really good, so I can't really say that much back to him, right?
Like everything he tells you is just accurate.
Yeah,
you're like, okay,
right.
I have to take
You're
it.
right.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's incredible. Landon, do you have a favorite track that you like to race on the sim?
Yes, my favorite track is Monaco.
Okay. Why is Monaco your favorite?
Because I know it really well. It's a tight track. I love tight tracks. And I beat my dad all the time on there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Did you watch last year's Monaco race?
I did.
What'd you think?
It was crazy. I loved all the liveries, but it was also crazy that all the drivers just kept bundling up behind each other.
They did. They did.
It's
They
crazy
did.
how big the cars are now for Monaco.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully by the time that you get to race in Formula One, fingers crossed, it'll be a really fun race for you in
Yeah.
Monaco.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What would you say is maybe the hardest track to race on the sim?
Hardest track? Hungary. Hungary is pretty
Okay.
hard.
Why is that, would you say?
Cause I know the track, but it's hard to get cause I know it, but I think it's right, but then it's left.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm unfamiliar with that one for the most part.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's what practice is for.
That's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Is there a track that you haven't tried yet that you really want to?
I haven't tried, I think, Las Vegas. I've tried it once, I think, but I haven't tried it a lot, so I have to get better at that.
I mean, Vegas is a really, really new track for Formula One, so all of the drivers are out of practice.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. First time in the rain last year, right? For qualifying. That was very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, actually. So I kind of want to get into, your racing a little bit more, Landon. So we do see that Fox Tekka is one of your sponsors. How does it feel to have such a cool sponsor backing you and getting one step closer to your dreams?
It is just insane. I don't post that much, but I still get sponsors because my dad shows me the comments. The first day I post, there's 100 comments already. I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
wow.
Was he talking about like sponsorship, like getting you closer to the track, like with Fox Tech, you got to be
it's gonna be a lot closer to go into outdoor karting. I'm about to go to outdoor karting, I think in May. I'm about to get my first go-kart. My first go-kart, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting.
Well, I was gonna say, just to kind of answer the question a little bit better. Yeah, Chris found us from Fox Tech from the first post that we made way back in December.
Wow.
And yeah, he's been great. Like I said, Landon was in that sim league with professional drivers, drivers that are driving in GB4, and so it was great exposure for him, but also training. And then also being able to be, on track at Destiny Spurlock's, debut. Yeah, being able to just be in that environment. That was the first time he's ever been to an actual professional race. And so I think just being in those environments, having those eyeballs on you at such a young age, knowing that you have to do the right things right all the way through now. It definitely, I think it changed his perspective on what he could actually do, and that, hey, people do believe in me.
Yeah, that's essentially what I was going to ask you about, how the Fox Tekka sponsorship came about, and also how it feels to know that you have drivers such as Destiny Spurlock, who are aware of Landon and are aware of his potential. It must be such a surreal feeling for the both of you.
Yeah, I would say for sure, like Destiny, Noah Gragson, that's, a cup driver, Roger Caruth, LeVar Scott, all these people have been, in his comments or in his DMs, just sending him, messages of encouragement. It's crazy for sure.
That's incredible. That's great to see how supportive the community can be and how much love there is out there. I really, really love that. Landon, can you tell us a bit about what you hope will happen in the future, where you hope to race, if there's a team you want to race for, or a league or a series you want to race in?
I hope I get an F1, but if I don't get an F1, I'll either do IMSA or I'll do the NASCAR Cup Series.
Ooh,
that's really cool.
Yeah. So you're open to there's open wheel racing, and so you're open to different versions. Okay. Yeah. Versatile.
Yes. Very important.
Yeah. That's so awesome. And so you mentioned that you guys that was his first experience at a race. Is there any races that you guys would hope to attend in the near future?
I really want to go to Texas Circuit of the Americas to see either NASCAR or a Formula One race.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That's
Have you Have you been to the Indy 500?
No, I have not yet.
Got to
Not
do
yet.
that, right?
Yes.
Not yet. I like that answer.
That's another one on the list. And what are your thoughts on IndyCar?
IndyCar is pretty fun because there's a lot of F1 car drivers like
Grosjean.
Grosjean.
Mm-hmm.
He was a good driver too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He did recently, I think he was in an endurance race, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Daytona 5 or 24 hours of Daytona.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I was gonna say, and there's Mick Schumacher.
Mhm.
There's a lot of now like where you're seeing drivers transfer over, which hopefully what that means is by the time you're, old enough to start racing in these series, there'll be more access to either a Formula One or even IndyCar or whatever series that you would like to race in. Kind of following on that for you, Dameron, what would you say is your wish for Landon when it comes to his future as a racer?
Really just that, he becomes a race car driver. Like that's his, right? That's his, like his dream. I think obviously like F1 is his goal for sure, right? Like shoot for the stars. But at the same time, like I'm a big IndyCar guy now. Like it's funny. Like I love F1. Like don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like I watch, I watch the highlights of Skip Barber and Long Beach, last week and the clinic that Alex pulled out. Like these guys are incredible talents, right? And so I think there's incredible racing everywhere. If he wants to be in a car and go fast, like that's all I wish for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And IndyCar is a great sport. Misha and I were both at the Toronto Honda Indy last year. And it's really cool to see how accessible IndyCar is, I would say. One, obviously, it's cheaper than Formula One to
Right.
So there's that. But you get to like kind of it's not as, I guess, stress.
Yeah.
There's still stress, but like, if you were to go, it's a bit more relaxed. The audience is really relaxed. The drivers are really friendly and more relaxed. So you don't have like teams all around them, which as in Formula One, obviously for reasons they have all these good teams around them. But no, IndyCar is a sport that I'm also getting really into as well. There's great racing going on over there.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. I wanted to ask you, Landon, so when you're doing sim racing, are you racing F1? Is it a different series? Are you doing many different kinds of cars? What is it?
I'm racing the Toyota GR86 racing series. I just practiced at Watson's Glen, the boot. It was fun.
Ooh, that's really exciting. And
he'll do a lot of different games.
That's awesome. Do you have a favorite game? For racing?
It'd be iRacing or CarCraft.
Oh, okay. Wait, why CarCraft?
CarCraft has it has all sorts of different tracks. It doesn't have Trackhouse though. I'm trying to find a game that has Trackhouse. I really want to see what Trackhouse is like.
Okay. Wait, what's Trackhouse?
Trackhouse
Explain it for the people who don't know.
It's an outside go-karting track. It's in Charlotte. So instead of going to AMP, I could just go to Charlotte because that's closer to us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds a lot easier to get to though.
Yeah, Trackhouse is also fun fact. Trackhouse is co-owned by Daniel Ricciardo. So.
Oh,
wait, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is a fun fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
It's so many little side ventures that these drivers do.
Yes.
I'm curious, Landon, you seem to know a lot about cars. So how do you retain all of this? How did you learn so much in such a short period of time?
I just did a lot of research about cars. I found out that the symbol of Bentley was Bentley because I thought Bentley was Mercedes. But now yes.
Yeah, I would say that's where his knowledge started. When he was really little, he learned all the cars. He could name them when he was probably, I don't know what age, probably 3, 4. But, also he's been racing for a while now. So he just, we have him reading this book by Jimmy Grills. It's called Precision Driving. And so it's about like you take this line, in the wet and put 2 tires on the dry line. And like, these are the mechanics of, how the tires is slipping. You're actually sliding the car around the corner, not driving it. So trying to get them to understand, like this is how a car works, because could be an engineer maybe also.
I see. Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's true.
That's really cool. So wait, Landon, you're in school now, right?
I'm homeschooled.
Okay. So I guess, yeah, I was gonna ask, like, how do you guys balance learning, like, general knowledge and education and learning racing?
Yeah, shout out to my wife. Like, she handles all that kind of stuff. Like, she's super smart. I think she was taking like college classes when she was like 14. So
wow.
yeah, so I let her handle that side. If she needs, me to teach a subject or something, happy to do that. But she handles that, and then I handle the racing side. And she's been doing a great job.
Sometimes you do homeschool.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes.
It's a great balance that you guys seem to have.
Absolutely. Yeah, it works.
So I guess I kind of want to, there's a question that I have for both of you separately. So one is for you, Dameron. What advice would you give to other parents who have children pursuing a professional sport, especially at a young age? And then once you answer that, I'll ask Landon my question for him.
Yeah. I say, like, make sure it's something that they like, have them try a few different things, to see, where their talent lies. And I think for me, like, I grew up playing soccer. So like that was the first, sport we had him in. Like, he was playing, seasons of that, and he was great at it. But, got bit by the racing bug, and I can't, as a parent, like, I can't say like, well, my dream is for you to be, the next Mbappe or whatever. Yeah. And he was so good. Like, when we put him in the sim and after his, first session in the go-kart, like, he just picked it up so well. I felt a responsibility as a dad to be like, okay, bro, like, you're really good at this. Like, we got to chase this a little bit. So I would say, find that sport for your kid, whatever that is. And then, move mountains to make it happen. Like, you won't regret it. At the end of the day, if you're 80, you're sitting in the rocking chair, you wouldn't hate, that you drove your kid all over the country playing baseball or whatever it was. Like, just go all in.
Yeah. No, that's great advice. And completely, definitely following their passions. It's like following your child's passion is essentially your passion as well, because you're seeing them do, what they love. And for Landon, what advice would you give to kids who are around your age who want to do a professional sport?
I would say whatever sport they're doing, if you like it or you don't, or you think you like it, you can just like try another sport to see if you like it. But then like if you don't like it, or if you like it, you can keep going, like chase that racing dream or baseball dream, or you don't have to. It's up to the kids to find out what their dream is.
Yeah.
Not what the dads want to do, what they want to do.
That's great advice, Landon. That's really great advice.
That's very mature advice.
Outside of competing, what has been a moment for Landon that has made you feel really proud of who he is and who he's becoming?
I would say, like, this past weekend, so he had to put like 70 pounds in his cart. Like, it was a hot weekend, right? He's in indoor karting right now. And so, like you said, like the age gap is so much different. Yeah. It's really like, it's tough to turn these carts because you're driving them across like old warehouse floors. So there's no grip at all. And like, for me, we were on live because my wife was sitting in the car with our son. He was tired after a long weekend, and she's like, go live on Instagram so I can see Landon, because she's panicking if he's safe or not.
Yeah.
And so I go live, and obviously like people are in there, cheering him on, but just like counting down the laps and seeing him push through. Like, there were kids, that were older than him that, like, I overheard like parents having conversations with them, on Saturday, like, no, you gotta keep doing this. Like, there's 7-year-olds out here. And there were kids like that pulled into the pits and literally sat there because their arms were just like done, right, from the weekend. And so seeing him come around those last couple of laps, like I'm in tears at the end of the live. Like I give the phone to my brother-in-law. Like this other dad comes up to me. He's like, I saw you on live, and like he's crying. And so it wasn't even that like Landon had won or he was on the podium. Like he did have his fastest lap of the weekend in that final session, but just that he made it to the end. Because we had like conversations like, Daddy, you gonna be mad if I quit? Like, no, bud, just go out there and do what you can. And he finished it, which was awesome.
That's amazing.
That's incredible. That's really incredible, and it's great to see how much love and support the two of you have for each other. And then, sort of in that, Dameron, we wanted to ask, how did you yourself get into motorsports, and then how does it feel knowing that this passion of yours is something that bonds you and your son?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I love NASCAR. Jeff Gordon was my favorite driver. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But at some point it kind of like went away. I think, not to call NASCAR boring, but I didn't understand, what was like going on. Like I didn't know that you were picking like, the high line and the low line and all these other things. So I like would fall asleep on races and it kind of went away. But I watched Rush. I think, was that 2024, something like that? Yeah, it's a great movie, right?
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, so I watched Rush. This guy hasn't seen it yet. We're still trying to figure out how to screen certain things.
Yeah.
But I watched it and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is like sport. This is life. Like this is like like this is everything that I want, like in one. Yeah. Like I'm tired of watching, like, I love LeBron, but I'm tired of watching him flop. Like I want to see somebody like go after it every minute of the game. And that was what racing was. So, that was great. And then, this guy comes along and now we're racing each other, on the go-kart track, in adult carts and at the house, and we're always talking about it. So I couldn't be more grateful that we found racing. It's a great sport.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
I love that.
It's very rare, I think, for parents to have something that really bonds them with their children, like to this degree. So I think that's so sweet. And you're absolutely right about like racing. There's just always something going on, which is so great. So I guess kind of in that, because you did touch about it with your wife as well. So we had Ron Fellows on our pod a couple of weeks ago, and we asked him about how he felt because his son also followed in his footsteps as a race car driver. And I'm always just curious to ask parents, like, is there ever a fear when your child tells you that motorsport is something they want to pursue, not just because of the dangers of the sport, but just because of how cutthroat it is as well?
Yeah, I definitely would say yeah. Recently, when we started looking into putting them into outdoor karts, and you realize that they don't have seatbelts.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, so there's no seatbelt? You're like, it's supposed to be that way. But you research it, you talk to people that have been in the sport for years, and they tell you like, hey, like slow to the ground, it's going to be okay. Obviously you have that fear, but as an adult, I don't want to transfer like those fears to my kid, right? Because kids are fearless. And so, you obviously like, hey, you need to be safe, you need to stay focused. This is what we need to wear when we're on the track. But obviously you have those thoughts. As far as like the cutthroatness of it, like we don't allow him to really see a lot of some of the negative comments that he gets on Instagram. Like even just doing that, right? Like a lot of parents probably look at us sideways and like, how can you do this? But we're okay with weighing the positives, or the negatives with the positives, because they far outweigh, like the love that he gets and support far outweighs that. We haven't seen like, parents be super cutthroat. We've had one incident where a parent was telling another child to ignore flags. Behind Landon. Like the kid was getting the meatball for bumping him, and the dad had a radio. I don't have a radio when Landon's on track, but he had a radio and was telling him to like ignore the flags. And so like in those instances, I step in as a dad and say, hey, this is a safety thing, bro. We can't do this. But as far as like, deals and media and things of that nature and why people get cut, and other guys don't get cut. I think that's why we're trying to set him up in the way that we are, so that, he has the backing, right, of Kit Kat, and he's Sergio Perez getting the deal instead of somebody else, right?
Yeah. No, I think you guys have a great balance with that. And I really like how you emphasize about like the social media and how you guys protect him from, seeing any of those potential negative comments, because that is something that, we want to protect the young kids from seeing, especially when they're pursuing their passions. You never want to bring them down. So,
for sure.
Yeah, cutthroat parents, we don't like that.
We don't stand for that here. No, exactly. And kind of with that in mind, how do you separate being a supportive parent to Landon and his dreams, but also like, and like making sure that he gets the support and pushing him to like do his best, but also not putting too much pressure on him?
That's a tough balance, because like his goal is F1, right? And so there's 22 seats. Like it used to be 20, right? But it's 22 now, thankfully. Like, okay, you got a little bit more. But at the same time, you don't want to suck the fun out of it, because then it's over, and especially the social media now adds extra pressure, because now he's a known face. If people see him acting differently in his videos or something, they'll say, well, something's off here, like what's going on? So I think my wife really helps us stay grounded, because he will get over the moon about, hey, I messed this up. I'm never going to be a driver. And it's like, well, hold on, bro. Like, you're 7. Like, nobody was even watching this race. And then, by the same token, like, me, I'm like, well, he needs to push his breaking point further. And my babe's like, he can do that next session. So she's definitely that thermometer for us. That's like, hey, you turn it down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a very, like you said, it's a very, very hard thing to balance and make sure, like, he's getting the support he needs, but also, like, Landon, you're 7. You have a long life ahead of you.
You will be fine. So we all make mistakes,
yes. Exactly. Exactly. So we have one last question for the both of you. I'll ask Dameron, I'll ask you first, and then we'll end it off with a question for you, Landon. So I wanted to ask, what is something that you have learned from Landon, and what is something that you hope Landon has learned from you?
I've learned that he's very patient for his age. Like he's patient with me, when I have moments, right? Because as an adult, I can admit, I have big emotions too. But he's patient with me in that matter. He's patient on track. He's a very safe driver. He'll wait, behind somebody for ages until they make, a mistake, or it's time for him to pounce, and then he'll go. And then I hope he's learned from me, like, to never give up. Like he got his first podium on Gran Turismo, I think like his 5th race online. And like, obviously he already has a podium on, iRacing. I don't have a podium on iRacing. I've got wins now on Gran Turismo, but I also have like 500 races. So I hope he's learned, like, to never give up, right? To just enjoy the journey, just keep having fun, try to get a little bit better every time, and eventually it'll come around.
Oh my God, that's incredible. And then Landon, for you, what is something you've learned from your dad, and what is something you hope your dad has learned from you?
I've learned that he be patient too, so I learned to be patient when he started being patient. Cause I come in the game room, I see him racing, I watch him. It's like 9:00 at night. I watch him. He says, "Go to bed." I said, "No." I hope so that he learns that whatever the track, you might like just win. You just have to be patient. Also, you just have to be consistent. And I learned that to never give up.
It's really sweet.
That's incredible. That's really good advice for your dad, Landon.
For sure.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. We had such a wonderful time speaking with the both of you. And before we let you go, do you guys want to tell us where we can find Landon?
Yeah. Landon Batson Racing on Instagram. You can get this shirt on his website. It's Landon Batson, I think .shopify. Something like that. You search it, it'll come up. Yeah.
We'll add it. We'll add the links.
But yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And we're wishing you the best of luck, Landon. We will definitely be following your career, and we cannot wait for that day that you are racing in Formula One, because it will happen.
Yes.
It will happen. And we're really excited for your journey.
We get dibs on interviewing you when you become a Formula One driver.
Right. Batting passes in the back of the garage with the headphones, everything.
Number one fans over here.
Yes.
Thank you all so much. This has been the Hold the Pass podcast. I've been your host, Fatima.
And I've been your host, Misha.
And if you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please don't forget to share. You can find us at Hold the Pass Pod on Instagram and TikTok, and anywhere you listen to your podcast from. And should you wish to contact us, you can find us at holdthepasspodcast@gmail.com. Thank you all so much for sitting here and watching this video. And if you're listening on audio, thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care and have a wonderful day.
Bye.